with Polygon and Polygon Labs, and there is a very special guest who can talk about Polygon and our partnership and collaboration. And I'd like to welcome Antoni Martin here to the stage. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Hi.
Can you quickly introduce yourself, who you are, and what do you do at Polygon?
Yeah, sure. I mean, my name is Antoni. I am co-founder of Polygon Hermez and PolygonID. And basically now, exactly, we are representing Polygon in Europe, let's say, in the European market. And yes, we are sitting in Switzerland, in Zug, and from there we are trying to reach out different European companies like your case, and trying to expand the Polygon concept around the world.
So before we dive into our collaboration, can you explain to the audience what is Polygon and why it's so different to other blockchains?
Yeah, sure. I mean, at the end, Polygon right now has become a layer 2 execution layer, okay? Meaning that now data availability will be more on Ethereum, but all the transactions are happening on top of Polygon. And here we have different solutions. We have, for example, Supernet, we have the POS, the proof of stake, that is the original one. And now, for example, in 2-3 weeks, we will already launch the Polygon Hermez or the Polygon ZKVM. Okay, then at the end, what we have tried to do is to expand the block size of a single Ethereum block, let's say, meaning that you will be able to transact more transactions and to gather them. And at the same time, all these transactions will be cheaper, which we hope that this can bring the Ethereum technology to a mainstream process.
So, and today we're talking about the integration at LCX as well. So I can give our users an update. First of all, we do the full integration of Polygon as a layer 2 network, as you said. So we will be enabling Polygon transfers of Ethereum, Matic, USDC on Polygon blockchain. So deposit, withdrawals, the whole wallet management and everything. And then we're also planning to do additional native tokens on the Polygon network. That's a key element. We will be integrating it at the LCX DEX aggregator, our DeFi terminal. So we'd like to get the second layer here on Polygon as well on our DEX aggregator. And a key element at LCX is that we are a licensed token issuer or registered token issuer under the Liechtenstein blockchain law. We are able to issue native blockchain assets. We've done a lot of Cardano projects now, but we'd like to dive into the Polygon community and offer these services to do a token sale or an initial token offering the legal way. Talking about our partnership, Antoni, what's the impact of working with a regulated entity like LCX?
Yeah, I think for us as a Polygon, this is a very exciting project. I mean, we are really looking forward to how we can collaborate because, as I was saying before, no, if we want to become mainstream, we need to okay, we are very involved, obviously, in gaming, in NFTs, in DeFi, and here, obviously, DeFi is very involved here. But the fact that this entity is regulated, which means that we'll be able to reach out a bigger public and at the same time to start to bring this technology, that the blockchain technology, to a mainstream opportunity. I think that's something that we are really looking for. I mean, there are a lot of myths and a lot of misunderstandings also related with blockchain and a lot of bad press, and a little bit I think that we are bringing infrastructure. That's the most important thing. We are not speculating, and the most important thing is that we bring security, something that is cheap, something that works, and the collaboration with LCX should help us to prove that this is what we are bringing to the real world, and therefore we are really looking to see how this evolves, and for us it's a great opportunity to partner with you.
Great. Yeah, I think also as we are so close together, locally, because we have an office in Zug as well, in the heart of Crypto Valley, and then next door, for some who are far away from Switzerland and Europe, have not been there. Vaduz, the capital city of Liechtenstein, is probably 45 minutes to an hour drive from Zug, so it's not far away. And we also see it as a kind of the extended Crypto Valley in the heart of Europe. And that's where like most of the big blockchain companies are now located. I think over 1,000 companies are now in the Crypto Valley, and it's really becoming the key technology hub for Web3. What I think a lot of people also can't imagine is the traction you have built up on Polygon as a network with all the projects. Can you talk a little bit about your kind of current footprint and traction you have in terms of usage and as a key infrastructure player?
Sure. I mean, right now we are in a privileged position, honestly. I mean, we are the platform with more transactions and with more active accounts, which is a privilege. Okay, we are exactly. I mean, we are performing more than 200,000 transactions per day, and especially, as I said before, I mean, we are really powerful, or our main transactions are coming from gaming, from DeFi, and from NFTs. These are our three main focus. But at the same time, as maybe you have seen, we are already approaching big companies and big enterprises, what we name the incumbents, that step by step they are onboarding our network. No? And here we have seen JP Morgan, we have seen Starbucks, Disney, all these big players that are showing to the rest of the world that step by step they are able to onboard the blockchain technology. You know? And this is what we are trying to bring. And at this time, we are, as I said, we are really grateful that we have so many users, and we are, I mean, we appreciate that a lot. But for us, it's not enough. We want to bring this technology to the rest of the world also. We are starting to have some POCs on supply chain, on payments with remittances, some what we can call big use cases that can be very helpful for a lot of people. And yes, this is for us. This is just the beginning. I mean, in the next months, as I was saying, we will release the ZK-VM, the first ZK rollup totally compatible with Ethereum. Also, our POS will be upgraded with a ZK prover, which in fact will become a ZK POS. Then we are still, as I said, very focused on infrastructure because with a good technology, it's impossible to bring use cases. But exactly what our aim is to bring this to the world, and why not in the future? Also related with KYC, AML, we are performing PolygonID. That will be the identity for Web3, something to discuss, and it will arrive in the next year. But yes, for us, it's critical to be ready for this future.
Absolutely. I mean, at LCX, the key focus is to build on the infrastructure of the future, and we do see Polygon as one of the key players. I often also say blockchain is to the money what email was to the letter. So we are building the key infrastructure of the decentralized internet and the internet of value. And of course, at LCX, a key element is reliability, usability, and delivering an extraordinary user experience for all our clients. So they want to have a reliable system which is fast, with cheap gas fees. And I think that's something which we are now providing with the Polygon collaboration. And then on top of that, I think at LCX is really this regulatory setup which we have with 9 registrations. That's more than any other company in the country now in Liechtenstein. So we have invested several years and a lot of like millions of dollars basically to get the regulatory setup. And we are now doubling down, especially on the European users, as we have legal clarity over here. And one key element is really that we'd like to get the Polygon ecosystem on our platform where we can launch native tokens as well. Antoni, you mentioned ZK rollups and also CK rollups POS, so proof of stake. Let's break that down a little bit to explain to our users. So zero knowledge proof, ZK, and then proof of stake. How what are you innovating there, and what does it mean at the end of the day for any user then?
Sure. I mean, here the question is that thanks to ZK rollup, we are able to gather thousands of transactions and create a proof, what we name a validity proof. That is what we send to the Ethereum platform. Okay, then all the data is processed offline, and then you are only sending a proof that everything is correct. Is what we name the validity proof. This is a game changer in the sense that is saving a lot of computation effort to Ethereum, and at the same time, as this is EVM compatible, you can take a smart contract of Ethereum, copy paste it in this rollup, and it will work perfectly without any kind of friction. Okay, then this is a game changer in the sense that it's taking out of the mainnet of Ethereum a lot of transactions and smart contracts that should be able to be processed in this rollup. Okay, this is what is very important here, always with the soundness of Ethereum. Then, in the case of the POS or the proof of stake, in the case of Ethereum of Polygon, we are speaking about 100 validators, meaning that it's not centralized, but it's also true that it's not so decentralized as it could be the rollup or Ethereum itself. But at the same time, this will give us a lot of throughput. Also, this can absorb a lot of transactions per second. What we will do, and this is how it has worked until today, what we will do is that all these transactions now, thanks to the team of Zero, they will be processed through a ZK prover, one prover that the team of Zero is creating, that also will gather all these transactions and will send the proof to the mainnet of Ethereum. Okay, then as you can see here, we are relying a lot on the Zero knowledge proof technology that in the last 2-3 years has been defined as the future of the cutting edge technology for Ethereum. And we are bringing all the setup of products that we have, all the different products that we have, we are bringing them to this new technology in order that they are more secure and they can process as many transactions as possible.
Okay, so faster, more reliable, and kind of probably the future of scalability, because we want to grow blockchain and bring it to the mass markets. At LCX,
yes, and smoother and helping on adoption, because the smart contracts shouldn't be translated. You can take a smart contract that was deployed 6 years ago in Ethereum and deploy it in the ZK rollup. That's also important.
Yeah. Okay, and that's also gives a lot of benefits for new projects who'd like to like merge from older systems without starting from scratch. Oh.
Exactly. That's the point.
Makes sense. I think at LCX we'll currently go in 2 directions and have also development teams in both sides. One is for the centralized services we have as a regulated entity, and then the new kind of big opportunity I'd also see in all the DeFi, the decentralized areas. Looking at LCX and our collaboration, where do you see the biggest growth, and where is the opportunity for Polygon ecosystem? Is it in the like with the centralized partners, you say the corporates or institutions, or is it on the DeFi side, or is it like a balanced approach? What's your view on this?
As I said before, I mean, we want to become mainstream. No, then obviously, if we stay only with DeFi or gaming, we will be still very niche, no? Very marginal. Then, obviously, these use cases are extremely important, and we want to remain there. But at the same time, as you were saying, institutions also, this agreement that we are launching with you on a regulated entity, also issuing tokens. At the end, what we need as we're infrastructure and what we need are transactions, no? Then the more trading that there is on your platform, it will be better for us, and we'll learn a lot from that. Then that's my expectation. Expand ourselves each time more from the Web3. It will be still Web3 world, no? But in the sense that adopt or making that new companies are onboarding the Web3 world. Yes, that's more exact. And as you have done, and you are pioneers and trailblazers on that, then that more regulated entities like you are starting to come to Polygon.
Mm-hmm. And now looking at 2023, what are your key milestones and kind of roadmap elements in front of you?
Yes, in 2023 we have three main objectives. One is the deployment of the ZK rollup that will happen in 1 month. During the year, also the deployment of the ZK POS, and that's also something that we are planning. And Supernets is like a individual blockchain that afterwards you can connect with the blockchain of others, creating like an internet of blockchains, okay, and creating some networks, for example, between banks or whatever is required. These are the three objectives, and then to start to prepare the road for the launch of PolygonID. It's starting to be launched this year, but in 2024 should be totally adopted, and these are the 4 main objectives that we have for this year.
So, and finally, to wrap up this announcement about our collaboration between Polygon and LCX, what is your advice to any crypto entrepreneur and platform developer out there in terms of your like personal recommendations when looking at Polygon and the infrastructure you're building?
Well, I think it's very difficult not for me to give advice because at the end, but yes, if you ask me, no, I mean, use the platform, use the protocol. I mean, there are still hundreds of use cases to be developed on top, and here, no, and you are one example, no. I mean, a company or that is regulated or related with trading. Also, enterprises are coming to us, and projects related with privacy, with identity, with payments, as I was saying. I mean, the best advice that I can say is that everything is there to be done. Then, if you have one idea, try to bring it here. I'm sure that it can be implemented, and this is what we need to build up this ecosystem, or that for example we have in Ethereum, or and try to build up something similar on Polygon. Why? Because at the end we are Ethereum believers, and we want only to scale Ethereum. No? That's the point. Then for me is don't be shy. Reach out to us, and if we can help, we will be more than happy to try to support you and to explore new opportunities or new concepts on the market.
Excellent, yeah. And I think, Anthony, also in the name of LCX and the whole community, I want to thank you and the whole Polygon team. The support in the last couple of weeks had been tremendous. Our tech team had been working closely with your tech support to get the integration done. We also had been like collaborating, or like, at least like meeting each other during the World Economic Forum in Davos with some of your team members there. When we had been also hosting an event, some of your colleagues had been there. So I think it's not only you, but it's really that the Polygon ecosystem is growing, LCX is growing, and now there are like many kind of neural nerves kind of ecosystem elements where we work together. And that's what excites me. And I'm looking forward to a long-term collaboration partnership to really engage not only with this first integration, but maybe in like 1, 2, 3 years to really get the mass adoption going of Web3. That's what we have aligned on the goals, and that's what we share. So thanks, Antoni, for your time. And yeah, any kind of final words to say goodbye?
No, well, only looking forward to collaborate, no? As you were saying, in the long term. I mean, there are a lot of things to be done here, and this is just the beginning. Then, yes, I'm sure that we will meet again in Zug or wherever, And thanks for the opportunity of being here. And yes, I hope that this is also good for the customers, no, for your customers and the final users. That is our objective. They see the value here and looking forward to work together for a long time.
Excellent. Perfect, Antoni.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Then talk to
Thanks.
onwards and upwards. Yeah. Bye-bye.